Things are not perfect because life is not TV, and we're real people with scarred, worried hearts. But it's amazing a lot of the time. Yeah, this is the real world. It's not the TV world. It's not touched up and edited. It's not rehearsed. It's what we're living. It's what we're experiencing. And something that I really sit with a lot in this is just the contemplation that we live in an unfinished universe. And because it's unfinished, it's imperfect. It doesn't mean that it's not good. It doesn't mean that there's not wonder and amazement and awe and joy and so many things there. But it's a universe that creates life and death, and then life, and then death. We see that in the seasons, right? This time of year, we begin to feel the darkening, the cooling, the slowing down. We're more introspective. And it's fascinating to me how so many cultures throughout the world this time of year begin to see it as a portal, as where the veil between the two worlds, the world of the living and the world of those who passed, becomes very permeable. In fact, in Mexico, there's this great celebration, Dias de los Muertos, where really it's time to visit with those who have passed, because we're still in relationship with them. They're alive in our hearts. They're in our memories. They're in the conversations. They're in the things that they have created that we see that are lasting. So we still have this great and beautiful relationship, even to those who have passed. And we live in this cycle of how things are. So here's my question for you. How do you, as an individual, deal with grief, deal with sorrow? How do we, as a community, deal with grief, deal with sorrow? And I'm not going to offer any pious platitudes about it. I'm not going to say that we shouldn't feel it, because we do. But the question is, how do we nurture ourselves in it? How do we find regeneration, even in the sorrow and even in the grief? I want to offer you a reading from Kathleen Dean Moore. Sorrow is part of Earth's great cycles, flowing into the night like cool air and sinking down a river course. To feel sorrow is to float on the pulse of the earth, the surge from living to dying, from coming into being to ceasing to exist. Maybe this is why the earth has the power over time to wash sorrow into a deeper pool, cold and shadowed. And maybe this is why, even though sorrow never disappears, it can make a deeper connection to the currents of life, and so connect somehow to sources of wonder and solace.